What's up guys, this is Kephas, and in this video I am going to continue my brief assessments of the various regions we will be visiting in Battle for Azeroth. Last time we scoped out Tiergard Sound, and this time we're moving on to Stormsong Valley. Now I started out particularly excited about this one because I saw all the screenshots from this zone, and the first time I got into beta, I headed straight to Stormsong Valley to check it out myself. Stormsong Valley is the Nagrand of this expansion. By that I mean it's the big green open field that pretty much everybody wants to visit. Pretty much every iteration of the game has had its own Nagrand. Vanilla had Arathi Highlands, BC had, well, Nagrand. Wrath had Howling Fjord and even a bit of Grizzly Hills, you could say. Cataclysm had Twilight Highlands. Mists of Pandaria had Valley of the Four Winds. Warlords of Draenor had New Nagrand, or technically Old Nagrand. And Legion, well, maybe Stormheim would be the closest thing, but Stormsong Valley might be my favorite version. I've never felt more relaxed at any place in this game. Like, I really do want to build a house here. Even when I'm fighting things, I still feel at ease. And I think a lot of people are going to like this zone, though some might find it a little boring. It really just depends on your preference. I mean, this is very contrary to the uneasiness that I felt during most of my time on Zandalar. Which is great because one thing I can say is that each of these zones that I've explored capture a certain feeling, and they do it really well. One thing that I haven't talked about very much is the new weather system. Now, during a lot of my time through the different zones, I did notice it show up. A lot of heavy rain and wind and a lot of stuff like that, and it was really cool. But in Stormsong Valley, I have to mention it because, for me, it was most noticeable here. During my time doing a quest, I noticed that the zone dramatically changed. At first, I thought I had entered a specific part of the zone where everything changes, because that's happened lots of times in the game before, but moving around a little, I realized that wasn't the case. The skybox was now cloudy, the zone was a good bit darker, and the vibrant colors had been significantly toned down. In other words, there was an overcast. And that's exactly what it felt like, and it was really cool. One thing that is clear to me is that they are trying really hard to make these zones feel alive as possible, and I think they're doing a pretty good job. I mean, just a few steps into Stormsong Valley, I could feel the calm, and I could look around and see that there was a lot going on here. A lot that I wanted to get into. Basically, Stormsong Valley is to Borealis what Westfall is to Stormwind. The difference, though, is that Stormsong Valley is a lot more prosperous, and its inhabitants seem to be living in much better conditions. I guess that's to be expected when your kingdom is ruled by 4 noble houses, as opposed to one mere boy king. But that's not to say that Stormsong Valley doesn't have its problems, otherwise, why would you be here? Stormsong Valley is, unsurprisingly, the region of House Stormsong. The people of Kul Tiras look to the sea for guidance, the way that other people look to the light. Now, some of these people have a deeper connection with the sea, and they're referred to as Tide Sages. And the Tide Sages serve House Stormsong. So it's pretty clear that this whole thing will likely lead to some Old God stuff and probably Queen Azshara, but it's hard to say what that means for House Stormsong. So there are a lot of new and interesting ideas that are introduced in this zone. Now, as always, I only did a small portion of the quests, and having done so many zones at this point, it went pretty much the way I expected. You'll start off in Borealis, and it will quickly lead you into Stormsong Valley, and from there, the quests will start to branch out. I was really pleased with how much the quests were branching out, as well as a number of quests that were sprinkled throughout the zone for me to discover along my journey. Now, most of the quests that I did were pretty standard WoW quests, just in this new piratey Kul Tiran setting, which for me actually made it pretty cool. Now, I was getting a little worried that I wouldn't have too much to talk about when it came to quests, and then I stumbled upon a particularly fun area. Now, I won't get into too many specifics, but I will say that I found myself fighting elementals made of honey and mead, similar to the elementals on Pandaria, and there were also giant bees. Bees that you could tame. You can tame bees! I did not know how much I wanted this until I was doing it. So here I am running around with my giant bee companion, and anybody that messes with me is going to get stung. So to sum up this whole video, Stormsong Valley is the greatest zone ever because bees. If you enjoyed this video, let me know by hitting that like button. And feel free to share it with your friends so they can enjoy it as well. You can also subscribe to the channel and follow me on Twitter at TheKephas to be notified as soon as new videos are posted. Thanks for watching, have a wonderful day, this is Kephas, until next time.